just got done watching Bones and All from Warner Brothers. This is a cannibal road slash romance movie that's kind of decorated up a little bow on it in the style of an elevated horror film, a term I hate using, but I feel like that's kind of what they're going for. It's really kind of a slow paced one, maybe a little too slow for me, actually. It's over 2 hours long. Um, Stars the dude from Dune, the remake, and the chick from Escaper. Now, that being said, the girl is the lead. She is a cannibal, and she's living with her dad. And after she attacks the girl and she turns 18 years old, he kind of abandons her. So she goes out on her own, and at that point, she finds another older cannibal fellow who attracts her by her smell and kind of gives her these cannibal rules that you never knew existed till this movie came out, and also kind of makes the whole cannibal thing feel like a vampire thing in some ways because they can smell each other, they don't eat each other, and there's other little rules. But along the way, she finds this young fella, and they kind of have a thing, and kind of wants him to change his ways, and they kind of have a conflict there. And the old guy, they kind of don't want to let her go, so there's another conflict. And of course, she's trying to find out more about what she is and where she come from. So that is the story, and it does take place on the road. So it looks like my favorite part about it would probably be the fact that it looks like an older movie. I kind of appreciate the fact that it looks older. That's kind of cool. It don't look like digital. It looks like film. I'm sure it's not real film. It's probably just filter, but that works. Some of the more artistic nature of it kind of works, but the story itself is a little hokey. If I have to say that, I hate to say that, but it's a little hokey. The acting's good though, but it's kind of dull and it kind of drags. And because of that, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. But it's from Warner Brothers. It's at least something different. We don't see a whole lot of cannibal flicks these days. At least none like this. There's a few extras on the back there. A look inside, the vision of Bones and All, meet Lee, meet Maren, Outsiders in Love. That's also the main character's names. I couldn't remember while I was talking about it. Open it up. There's a digital code. Done used it. So I just flipped it over. No reason to tease you guys. And plain disc. Now, as far as I'm aware, Warner Brothers did not release this on 4K. There's probably a digital version of 4K out there if you want to get it on Vudu. This is the only release as of now. Will Warner Brothers go back later and put it on 4K? I don't know that they do that with Malignant. So they could do this with this. I don't know. But all in all, I will say this is a interesting flick for what it is, but it still just wasn't my type of flick. And I say that having sat through 2 hours plus just now. If it kind of would have a little more gore, which it does have gore, but it kind of saves it for certain points. I'm sure it's trying to make it count. But I expected maybe a little more of that with, the love story is what it is. I don't hate that, but I kind of think we could have done with a little bit more gore. But nonetheless, 2.5 for Bones and All. Some people loved it. Some people had it on their top list for the end of the year. I didn't watch it before the end of the year, but had I done so, it wouldn't have been on my list. But probably worth a watch. Nothing much more than that.